Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Cirillo in the building, man. It's another episode of the Black Lunch Break, man. Look, my girl Sika, she's still holding it down, man. I know y'all been waiting for us to kind of come back. We got some things moving for season 4, but we didn't want to let season 4 end, grabbing all this dope interview and content coming y'all way. Today we got Jason Mimms coming to the table, breaking bread with us today. He began his career in Atlanta on B.E.T's Hell Date season 2. Now look, while still a student at Clark Atlanta University, so shout out to all the HBCU family out there. Me, y'all know I'm a rattler, so all day, FAMU Nation, you know what I'm saying? Family, that's what it's about. He graduated in 08, man, but look, y'all probably know him for his work on AllBLK Network, Stuck With You, TruTv's Laff Mobbs, Lab Tracks on B.E.T's Boy Bye, and Her Only Choice, right? So I'm about to bring this brother to the stage, man. He's also a proud member of Kappa Psi. And all the noobs out there, one time, if y'all watching this, man, make sure you sharing and supporting your brother in the cause, man, and everything like that. So, yeah, Jason Mimms, y'all. Jason Mimms, what's good, brother?
What's going on?
Man, nothing, man. Chilling. Just trying to, make a way out of no way, man. Glad to have you on the Black Lunch Break, brother. Yeah, man. So I know we talked a little bit before you had, we jumped on air, but we always ask everybody the same question when it comes to Black with No Chaser, which is when you hear the words Black with No Chaser, before you even knew what the brand was, when you heard those words, how did it make you feel?
It made me feel at home. I mean, I'm from Chicago, so Black with No Chaser is like, exactly what the South Side looks like. You throw a rock, you take out a whole community of Black people. We are black. As CB4 said, blackity, black. I'm black, y'all.
I'm black, y'all. Yeah, man.
Right.
That's what's up, though. Because, and we do this, man, because, we realize the common thread among Black folks is like we've been looking for a space where, we ain't got to live in double consciousness. And we know out there being in the industry, bro, it's all kind of politics that need to be played. Sometimes we get these roles and we know it ain't always about talent, because that was the case. Other folk wouldn't be on the screen, other folk would be. So, but we ain't gonna no shade. We gonna let it keep on moving. We'll let it keep on moving. But yeah, man, let's talk about your latest project, man. We got so latest project you had came out, was Stuck With You, right? It's on the series, it's on with AllBLK Networks, network. So let's talk about that for a sec, man. So bringing people up to speed about what you've been doing, things you've been working on, so people in our network can begin to plug into your work.
Cool. Yeah. So funny enough, Stuck With You came, as some unexpected pandemic bookings, because I mean, when everything happened last year, everything was just dried up, and I was just like, well, I guess the year is done, and I'm just gonna just chill out. And ironically enough, even the beard I have now, I just didn't even have because I was doing commercial work, and they wouldn't even let you have all that stuff. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go, and do whatever I feel like. And like, I got hit up from a casting director. I was like, hey, are you available to shoot next week? And I'm like, yeah, but I got a beard now. And she was like, the director took a look at it and she was like, we actually like the beard. Keep the beard. We'll see you next week. And I ended up auditioning as well. And I booked that. And that was really unexpected. And we shot that, I want to say November of last year.
Yeah.
And it just aired on the AllBLK Network, which was formerly the Urban Movie Channel Network. And that came out, I want to say like May or in April, at the end of April, top of May. And this was season 2 on their network. And it went over really well. Got some good responses from that. Worked with a few people I've worked with before. But yeah, that was what was current, I want to say a couple months ago, but then I just recently booked something else, which is actually currently happening at this time right now. So if you want, I can speak on that too. But
man, speaking on that, we're gonna drop all the tea, but also look, we're gonna pause right there for a second.
Cool.
Backtrack though, because I want to talk about these days of being at the CAU, right?
Dope.
And your time there in Atlanta, being on Hell Date while being in school. Talk about being in school, on a show, juggling the projects. Did it give you some type of fame, some type of like clout, cachet with the folk on campus? Tell us about that.
Well, that's wild, man. Yeah, just going back to that, that was really a fun time. It wasn't really that fun while it was happening because it was actually my senior year. So I didn't get to exactly like live out all the glory that you're talking about that I could have had, you know, which would have been dope. But because I mean, it's HBCU, everybody's gonna give you love, everybody's gonna see you and say, I saw you on the show. But no, it was senior year. I was actually president of the fraternity, pole marker of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Gamma Kappa chapter. Shout out to all the noobs at Clark. But I was with 19 credit hours. I was loaded, and and I needed to finish to graduate.
Your mom, you probably had one of the moms, boy, I gave you 4 years. After that, it cut me off.
So check it out. I didn't even want to book anything as big as a TV show because I was like, I need to get out of school. Like I got family coming down here for me to graduate, and then lo and behold, I get this random text message that was like, hey, you want to be on this dating show? And I was like, dating show? But I was like, I haven't got a chance to really do any acting this year. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go see what it's like. And I ended up going, and I was in the I guess it was the audition process for it. And they're reading my bio, what I'm writing down. They're like, so you're a theater major, huh? So you can act, huh? Okay, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think you can act? And I was like, man, I'm a 10. But like, when you gonna ask me that question? I'm not gonna, boast on myself. So I was like, yeah, I'm a 10. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's put that down real quick. And we got another audition in the back room. It's the same show. It's like we got another audition in the back. Let me see if you're interested in that. You do comedy, right? I was like, yeah. Went back there and I'm auditioning. I'm doing all this crazy, funny stuff for these scenarios. They improvising on the spot. It was like, all right, man. So listen, we want you on this show. Can't tell you what it is, but we want you on. I'm like, what type of stuff is this? Like, just trust me. You want to be on the show. So I ended up booking the role on Hell Day, and it was cool, man. I ended up booking it, I want to say maybe a month or two before I graduated. And because I was still I was out here dirty, y'all. I didn't even have an internship, and you're supposed to complete an internship before you graduate. I didn't have no internship, and I was like, all right, so check it. I talked to the producer. I was like, so listen, y'all want me to shoot this show, but I got to graduate. So I was like, so I need you to do something for me. I need you to call my school and tell them y'all my internship so I can graduate. She said, that's it? That's why you ain't been coming out here for these shows we've been trying to put you on? Because they were like, see if you're available for whatever days. And I was like, I'm not available. So then she was like, you know what? Listen, she called him. Was like, he's interning with us. He's on a TV show, let him graduate. And that was it. I got on with that, and we did, I want to say I did like maybe 13 episodes with them. And, it was fun, man. For that to kind of kick off the TV world for me around that time, I was excited. Everybody got a chance. Everybody at the crib saw me, and they was shouting me out. I saw you. They laughing. I'm getting random people in Burlington Coat Factory hiding behind clothes, popping up. I know who you are. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Hey, that was up though, man. That's a cool ass little story. It's funny. Like, now when I was in school, I remember that I was behind too, and I took I remember my last year, the summer going into my senior year, I was took 12, then 16, then another 16. It was like boom, while playing ball.
Yeah,
I was like, yo. I was like, so my mom said, I don't think I'm gonna graduate on time. She said, well, I tell you what, you don't graduate on time, I promise you ain't gotta worry about asking me for another dime. Look, let me go ahead and get this degree taken care of, and figure it out. And so yeah, bro, I literally, bro, when I tell you, I don't even to this day, I don't even know how my summer school got paid for. It was a tab. I think somebody picked it up, but it was a tab about I want to say $5-6 grand. And I was like, man, I don't even know how to register for my fall classes.
Yeah.
I told my coach, he was like, don't worry about it. And then I looked up, ain't no holes. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm about to, so I registered and everything. Boom, man, we graduated on time too. I actually graduated in 08 from FAM as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, came out the same time.
Shout out to all the HBCUs, like you said earlier.
Man, shout out, man. Shout out. I gotta ask you a question though. Being on Hell Day, right? Everybody wants to know, I'm pretty sure it's a reality TV show, some sort. Is it more prompts than it is like scripted, or is it just more you got really reading a script like you acting in a real like movie or play of some sort, or is it like a hybrid type of deal?
Yeah, and you know, to bring it back, because you know we talking over what is it, 12 years, you know, so for Hell Day, so many people might not even know what that show was. So it was funny because it's a little bit of both, but to break it down for everybody, Hell Day was this dating show that basically you would go on. Many people were looking for love, and they come out there and find out that, you know, this person is a date from hell, and they would send out a little person at the end dressed as a little devil to take them on Hell Date after, you know, you didn't go on through the worst date of your damn life. And so I was the person who would be charming in the beginning and then become this crazy ass dude at the end. So to answer your question, it was a little bit of both. We did get a script. We got a script, but by and far, you had to pull it off, you know? So it's not like you could just read the lines or something like that. You know, they give you beats. They don't give you lines. So they knew how they wanted everything to go by the end of the day. And, you know, you had a character to play. And, you know, I was one of those people. And if you go back to this time, you know, this is when Carlos Miller, if you all know who Carlos Miller is on the podcast, what is it, 85 South or something like that? He was on there killing it. And he was killing me. But I'm one of these people who I'm going to stay true to the character. So I was like, I'm going to make it funnier for me being the character, while Carlos is just firing my ass up on live on national TV. He get me, and I'm supposed to be like this simp, you know, like I'm all into this woman, and I, you know, like, and I'm milking it, and he's just going in on me. But you had to do it's improv, so I had to go with it. I had to, you know, just make sure I stayed on the character, because a lot of people, you know, black people, you start getting roasted, you want to go back. And I was like,
he's like, oh, let me stay in character.
I gotta stay in the pocket. Yeah. And it made it funny, which made me kind of stand out a lot too. So, but no, a lot of that's you gotta do that stuff, because you gotta pull it off. You know, that's written. Some people they're like, I don't know, you know, slap the girl. I can't slap the girl. They actually wanted me to throw my napkin in the face of the girl. And
did the girl know that you were gonna?
She didn't know. She didn't know.
Well, Hell Day really was you on the end of like the prank. You know.
I knew the whole time. She didn't.
Oh, see, that's why I didn't know about the show. I thought it was both people.
Nah. See, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't have worked without it. Oh, you had to have. She was unsuspected, because you know what? They had the first season go up, and when the show first went out, it was really popular. And my season was a little weird because they ended up doing it like in a lemonade style. I don't know if y'all remember that. I'm showing my age, but a lemonade is like 3 people, and then you had to kind of like pick which one you want and get rid of the other ones. And then that's why they did this one to mask it, so it didn't look like the first Hell Day, because it's like if this dude started out cool and then by the end, it's like, so that's what they were doing for that show. And nah, she didn't know. A lot of the girls was like, after, you know, they found out, you know, I wasn't crazy, they was like, so do you really want to go on a date? And I was like, hey man, listen, yeah, just call me on the side.
Always, baby. Waves. Now, you know, I want to kind of speed up, man, and talk about what you got going on now.
Yeah.
And current projects, and then to end it out, we're gonna talk about what's happening in Huntsville
sure.
very soon. But yeah, so latest projects, what you got for us?
So latest, you know, and this one, it's another pandemic surprise. This year, fast forward, I got an audition from my agent to audition for a show that was one of Ava DuVernay's shows. It was on the own network. And I was like, okay, you know, at first it just said, you know, a couple lines, but recurring. I'm like, all right, well, this is more than a couple lines on this script that this audition that you gave me. And so it ended up being a really pretty nice sizable role on Cherish the Day season 2. I wasn't It's so funny with this story too, because I actually got pretty far with the audition. As soon as I put my audition in, my agent said, "Hey, you're in heavy consideration," and I was all right, dope. Then I got a call like after 2 weeks of like being, I guess, on heavy consideration. It wasn't hold or anything like that, but I'm just getting good news. And then it was like, "Hey, so I got news for you. You got released." It's like, damn. I'm like, man, I was really looking forward to this role. And then a week later, she calls me and say, "Hey, you back in the mix. You didn't cut your beard. You did this beard has been booking me." So I was like, "No, I didn't cut your beard." So she was like, you ain't do anything different?" I said, "No, I haven't." And then so she was like, "All right, well, we're gonna pass you on for final approval." And then the next morning, I booked the role. And so I've been in New Orleans, back in your hometown, shooting. And it's ironic too, man, because when you said that, I want to say something back to you, because you might look like family. I got family out in New Orleans who I don't even know who they are. You know,
what part of New Orleans?
From New Orleans. I don't like.
I'm sorry. Let me ask you, what's their last name?
Trepanier.
Oh, the Trepaniers. Oh, you crazy? So you know, like Brittany Trepanier.
I heard it. I heard it. I don't know.
Oh, bro, I know mad Trepaniers, bro. Like
I bet you do.
Oh man, it's crazy because, like, you know, in New Orleans, man, we have a moment real quick.
Yeah.
New Orleans. So folks, listen to this, man. It's two things people gonna always ask. It's a true story. One, what's your last name?
Yeah.
Two, they might ask what part of the city you from, but the other one is what school you went to, and they really ask you what high school you went to. They don't give a damn about your college or your post-baccalaureate degrees. None of that.
So it's a game. It's basically what you said.
It's a big game. It's like, yo, what's your mama name?
Right.
And what school you went to, and then last week we can't figure out, you know, what set you from. And so you from downtown or uptown, you from the 7th ward, you from the 9th ward, from the 3rd, whatever it is. So that's what's up, though. But yeah, so if you got your Panyers in your family, I can show you all kind of folk that's probably part of your family tree. Real.
Yeah, for real. I gotta, and I've been out there trying to find them and everything. So you know, it's crazy.
You want to know though, bro? I'll send some folk your way, and even if they not necessarily like your second cousin, but they may get a point you in direction where you get over some of your family, bro. Real talk. I got you.
Let's do that. But anyway, get back. Right? So yeah, like I ended up booking this role for Ava DuVernay, which I've been excited to work with her, because I mean, as an actor, you know, there's certain people who you want to work with, you know, people who got good content, you know, good stories and things they're putting out, you know, and she's been moving. And so little funny story in between this too, because last year I was just working, you know, as an actor, you got to hustle. So I've been hustling a lot, you know, just to try and, you know, stay afloat in between work and things that you're doing. And so I work with this event planner, William P. Miller, W.P. Miller special events.
Yep.
And we were putting together Niecy Nash and Jessica Betts' wedding last year. Mm-hmm. So it was a small backyard wedding, and I was out there putting together, you know, the whole thing, and, you know, serving and doing all this stuff. So Ava was one of the guests, and I walk out. I'm serving Ava for the whole night, and then
serving
her and the rest of the guests. You know, picking up plates. You know, serving them food. Yes, ma'am. Can I get you anything else? All of that stuff, right? She didn't know it's me because I had a mask on and everything too. But you know, I'm out there. And fast forward this year, it was their anniversary day, and I came back over, and I was working again with the same event planner, and Ava came again, and she's looking at me this time, and she's like, you look familiar. Where do I know you from? I said, yeah, I look familiar because I'm on your show. And then she said, oh, I knew it was you. I knew you from somewhere. And I said, yeah, I just want to tell you a little story real quick. I said, so last year, just here, I was serving you food. I was serving, you know, you plates and all the rest of the stuff. And now this year, I'm on your set. And I just wanted to let you know, it's full circle. I was like, I know you didn't know that. I was like, but I just thought, you know, it was really ironic and funny that would be the case, you know, because, you know, many people, many actors in this capacity, you know, you're doing a lot of stuff, and you're in a place where you don't think you're gonna see any of the fruits of your labor come to pass with some of the stuff you have to do. And I mean, in many cases, we're doing a lot of like, you know, excuse my language, shit in jobs, you know, and I mean, this was a good one to be doing, but it was just funny that I would come back full circle the next year, let alone, you know, and then one of these roles. And right now I'm playing alongside Joy Bryant and Henry Simmons. And so it's really dope, you know, and I started shooting, what was it, July 12th, the day before my birthday, out here and out in New Orleans, and it's been exciting, man. And I don't even know. I mean, this is probably going to drop sometime in 2022, so I don't even know what this is going to be the response. But just so far, man, it's been great. It's been great to just see, you know, all of the stuff that's been happening so short and so fast for my career. But I mean, I've been, you know, like this, as they say, an overnight success. It takes 10 years, yeah.
10 years. I'm gonna say every overnight success takes 10 years. And it's funny, people see you and be like, oh man, you came out of nowhere. And you be like, yeah, bro, but you didn't see that I was doing the odd end jobs over here. I was serving Ava DuVernay. I was doing all these things that you didn't. I was, you know, in DC, you know, I remember when I first got here, and one of my first bosses, he goes, I won't say his name, but he's actually he's the first black chief of staff on the hillside for the Senate.
Okay.
And he goes, look, man, you know, DC is a tough place. And he goes, but I'm gonna tell you this. He said, if you can eat shit just long enough, not for a lifetime, but long enough, he said, sooner or later, opportunity gonna come your way that's gonna fit what you want to do. He said, but the folk out here that make it are the people that can do just that. And if you can't do that, you can't make it in a town like DC or LA or New York or wherever you think these big industry things are for you, whatever you want to come up with. And so what I hear is a brother that said, I'm willing to do what's necessary. Right. That's within my moral limits, right?
Yep.
And I'm going to do what's necessary to get where I need to be at. And full circle, boom, now you got to roll with somebody who wants serving. Now y'all working alongside each other, man. That's a great
absolutely. You got to want it, man. You got to want it. Never give up on yourself. And I feel like that's just one of those things, as you started out with, you know, talking about talent. You know, I always say, you know, talent might get you through the door, but, you know, I mean, your work ethic, who you are, your personality, your integrity, you know, all of that, you know, that's what keeps you in the door. You know, your drive, your discipline, all that stuff, that keeps you in the door. That keeps you booking again. And I really have to say, you know, as you pointed out, you know, if you could take shit long enough, you know, you could make it. But, you know, it just lets you know that's the conditioning that it takes, and you're building yourself to get there to be successful. And I've been doing that, man, and it's been a hell of a ride. But, you know, somewhere along the line, along the ride, I had to learn to just enjoy it. You know, you get upset, but, you know, learn to just enjoy it and just realize, you know, you're not the only person who's having to go through this, and it makes a good story, you know, that you get to talk on with Black No Chaser. You know what I'm saying? So there it is.
Dog. Hey, you know, the cool part about this, man, you mentioned something earlier about taking these roles and not being the most glamorous roles, but just having credits. And you mentioned this exact thing, but I remember we was interviewing Clifton Powell, right?
Okay.
Clifton Powell, if you know who he is, right? Most people know who Clifton Powell is.
Yeah.
Clifton Powell was like, man, he was like, I'm going to tell y'all a story about people talking about people taking these roles that you find inferior or whatever. He said that those roles saved my life and career. He was like 50. And he goes, man, I was flat broke. He said, I talked to somebody within SAG, and he didn't realize he was up for retirement. He can then draw for all the roles he played over the years. Man didn't know nothing about this. So he was telling all these, so he's basically giving free game to people that are future SAG actors, actors right now. And he was like, yo, read the fine print, because after you accumulate so many credits, you can you offer a retirement within the SAG, like, you know, or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, whoa. And he was like, yeah. So to all y'all young actors out there that think that, oh, this role is beneath me or whatever, he's like, you hurting your chances of building up credits to get to where you need to be at. And he said, nah, I get checks every month because of the credits I built up. And he said, so yeah, you may not like me in this role or like me in that role or like me in this role, but guess what though? all credits. And it's just like, and he got out the mud. He was no like I think he went to school. Something bad happened, man. He had a rough childhood, and like literally came out the streets of DC, dog, and like made it out of DC, which was crazy. He had a beautiful story. You should check it out too. It's right on the Black Lunch Break.
I will.
And but yeah, dope ass interview. But anyway, I was talking more about the really just putting a lid on that no role is inferior. You know what I'm saying? We all got stepping stones, man. We all got to make it somewhere. Every actor you see on the big screen have taken roles that they see themselves like, yo, I wouldn't do that. But again, it's going back to what you're willing to do to get to be at. Kobe once says to little mamas one day, you either gonna cry about it, or you're gonna be about it. And those folks said, I'm about to be about it. They said, we're going to take that 4th place trophy and put it on our mantle, and every day is going to be a reminder of the things I don't want to quote unquote.
I saw that one. Yeah.
I was like, woo. I said, my Kobe out here with the Jews, even in his grave. And, but yeah, anyway, so last thing. Got an event, Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that event and what's going to be going on for folks in Huntsville, Alabama who may watch this or are watching it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of folks in the South and Alabama that follow the brand. So first of all, out there though.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be out in Huntsville, Alabama, and I'm gonna be with Nathan Mason Hats. I'm gonna be a special guest, working with him as he's developing a custom fedora for me, and pretty much just going through the whole, I guess, experience of the selection process of what putting together a hat looks like. And I mean, everybody need a fedora. So right now they fashionable as hell right now. So I mean, if you don't have one of them, I mean, I know like Chicago, I mean, we dress, like we're crispy clean, at a certain age, it's just like, I mean, you got the youngsters that rock a little bit of like, that the Gucci belt and all the rest of them, that stuff. But it's a certain age when you cross over, you like, all right, man, I need to get this. There's some fine women walking around. I cannot come out here looking like, a little baby tonight. I need to look like, a grown man.
Get dressed for the first day of school, every single day.
Exactly. So yeah, it's gonna be an event called Hattie Hour. I'm gonna be out there, just out there vibing with everybody. And if the Noops is out there, because we dress too, because we always stay clean. So if y'all out there too, come fall through. I'm gonna be out there, yo to the Noop. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a vibe, man. I'm actually excited to see what the whole process is like, because I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier, and I mean the science and all the rest of the stuff that goes into what style of fedora and all that stuff. I don't know all that stuff, so I'm gonna need them to educate me, because I need to.
So if people know that, man, the pop-up shop right now is in Huntsville, Alabama. Nathan Hats, we already talked. Nathan Mason Hats. The brother behind is the brother Reginald, right?
Okay.
Down there, man, doing this thing. And the cool part about it, sidebar for a second about Nathan Mason Hats, is that Reginald is a real connoisseur of hats. And I don't know if people even know anything about Reginald, but I want to say this. That brother got walls and walls and walls of hats. Like just hats. So it's really right in line with his passion. So you're talking to a brother that really knows what he's gonna be doing today. So excited. When you get the fedora, I'm pretty sure it's gonna feel like a glove and something you can enjoy and be a little piece, a little staple in the closet, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
put it on the red carpet or something. I'm gonna take some pictures with it. I'm gonna style this thing up.
Hey man, look, we gotta support each other out here, man. Look, I tell you, black businesses, bro, especially people like Reginald that's doing it like really first class. I mean, like, I can see the brand growing and being something that's going to be a staple. Like we talked about Goodwin Brothers or whoever. But the dope part about it is you got some black hands, handcrafting,
for sure,
which is different feel to it. And I told Reggie, man, I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna get a Kappa hat from him too. So
okay, well, I'll see you out there then.
Looking forward to it. But yo, before we leave, Jason, brother, let folks know how they can follow you, where they can find you at.
Sure.
And just one more time on the upcoming projects so people can celebrate the work that you're doing.
Sure. So yeah, you all can follow me on social media, which is Instagram for me right now. I'm not a big on Twitter, but I mean, if you find me, you find me. But I ain't really talking. But somebody gonna convince me to get back on there. But you can find me on Instagram at Jason_Mimms. That's MIMMS. And then you can also find me on Facebook. You know, look me up over there. I got a fan page and everything. Y'all make sure y'all tap in on that too. And yeah, so the new work that's coming out. You can find me next year. I'm sure maybe later this year. Don't quote me on that. I don't have a release date on it. We're still shooting. So Cherish the Day season 2. It's a Ava DuVernay show on network. And if you want to check out All Blacks Stuck With You season 2, y'all can catch up on the first season and then check me out. I'm all over the second season. And yeah, you know, just keep looking for me because I got more stuff to come. It's only getting started. And one thing I wanted to say when you were talking about roles and things, there's as the late great Miss Leon, who used to be my professor at Clark Atlanta University. She used to say there's no small roles, only small actors. So, you know, y'all make sure y'all keep that in mind as well.
Boom, bro. Hey, on that note, though, bro, thank you so much for joining the Black Lunch Break today, bro. On Black People Chase invited anytime, man. So come on, anything new coming on, you want to drop it, you want to have a conversation about anything, always invited, man. Me, Casa, and so yeah, man. Thank you, brother, for your time.
And you gotta tell me about my family too, man. I need to find out.
I'm gonna actually DM you right now.
Dope.
With Brittany Trepaniers, and Brittany probably like, why are you saying my damn name? But
yeah,
I'm gonna hit you up with a couple of folks because Brianna, Brittany, all these Trepaniers that I know, bro, like, you know, y'all part of the light skin brigade, man. So
I'm telling you, man, everybody in my family look like you, bro. That's why I'm like,
bro, I went to school with the Trepaniers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I know Trepaniers, man. It's crazy. And you probably got cousins that like maybe on the side of Trepaniers that like you don't even know out there. You got family in New Orleans. So when you go back down there, you make sure you know click clack with fam. I know it's right now it's crazy in New Orleans with you know infrastructure and just you know either. But when things get back operational and grocery stores ain't closing at 4 p.m. still, which is nuts. Right. You know, then you can hook up with family and you know break bread, which would be dope. So
sure, I'm with it.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Brother.
Yes, sir.